It wasn't the Rams' house this week, it was the Steelers' house. We went into LA and got the job done. But can we just play in the first half? Hello, Steelers Nation. Welcome to an episode of Steelcast, a podcast where you don't have to be a Steelers fan, but it shows us help. I'm your host, Zach. We gotta win the win come, and that's all that matters. And if we lost off a bye week, I was gonna be upset. Attack! And today we're gonna be diving into the Steelers' Week 7 win against the LA Rams. Now, before we begin, we have someone to thank. Hey, Blood Demon! Yo. I appreciate the win for yesterday. But is there a reason why our offense in the first half just doesn't function? It's not because of all the jokes I made about the Packers in Super Bowl 45, right? No, you just suck. I see. Well, unlike the Packers, we're actually winning a football game, so I can't complain there. You got us next week against the Jaguars? Thanks, Blood Demon. I appreciate it. Now let's get into the video. So yesterday the Steelers went into LA and Deontay Johnson had come back from injury. Deontay Johnson had one very big and very good catch in the fourth quarter, going from a little in Steelers territory to all the way in the red zone in Rams territory. That set up Najee Harris for the game-winning touchdown. Well, it was more like 17-7 at that point. So we kind of just took the lead again and then won. But we'll get into more on that later. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaders for yesterday's game. Kenny Pickett, 17 of 25, 230 yards, and I didn't put it on there, but he also had a rushing touchdown. All of the Steelers TDs, which were 3 of them this week, were all rushing touchdowns, which hasn't happened in a very long time. Matthew Stafford threw for 14 of 29, 231 yards, emphasis on the 1 there, Seahawks, and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. That interception came from literally the beginning of the third quarter when he threw it right to TJ Watt. And TJ Watt took it literally inside the 10, and that's when Pickett got his rushing touchdown, and it was beautiful. Rushing, Najee Harris, 14 carries, 53 yards. And then Freeman, 12 carries, 66 yards. And then for receiving, George Pickens, the GOAT, 5 receptions, 107 yards. And then literally the most goated receiving rookie I have ever seen, aside from George Pickens and Antonio Brown, maybe a few others, is Puka Nacua. 8 receptions, 154 yards. That kid is a monster. Now, in the first half, the Steelers only got 3 points, but held the Rams to 9. And that's because Tutu Atwell got a touchdown, but Brett Maher, the former Cowboys kicker from last year, cannot kick to save his life. He literally had a doink in the first half. Hit the crossbar and went whoop. He literally doinked. It wasn't a double, it was a regular doink. Don't get too excited. But it was hilarious. I was like, well, am I watching the Bears all over again? Brett Maher cannot kick. I'm sorry, Rams, but he cannot kick to save his life. Daniel the other Carlson brother, the ones that the Packers got, are is better. And it's a rookie for crying out loud. Anyways, so there's that. The reason why we were even still able to be in this game in the first place is because of the defense. The defense came away with a few sacks last week, won by Larry Ogunjobi in the first half. And while the Rams did control time of possession, their total yards and total amount of first downs were not as much more than the Steelers. So the Steelers basically controlled that entire second half, only allowing one touchdown. And that was by one of the running backs that was not Freeman. I cannot remember his name. That saved my life. But he had been injured for a while. He came out off injury, got a touchdown. Cooper Kupp got a 2-point conversion. They went up 17-10. And then literally just Deontay Johnson and George Pickens went off, allowing for Jalen Warren and Najee Harris to get into the end zones. Boy, was that needed. Steelers ended up winning this game, and we can all celebrate and be happy. But again, everyone in the division won. So I'm sorry, Bengals. Oh, excuse me, Kitty goes meow, that you had to experience what we experienced last week on your bye week. And, well, yeah, no horrible tears this week. I was really hoping for some horrible tears, but we did not get any horrible tears this week. But we did well this week. The offense actually looked decent for once. Kenny Pickett lighting it up in the fourth quarter again, and that's just how we roll here in Pittsburgh. I don't know what to tell you. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. I am Zach Attack, and as always, you're in Steelers country.